double in the bubble and the champagne glass. Change the reality of what you.
We know you don't drink, so we will just toast in the air to you, Mr.
All right.
Dragon. Welcome to Champagne
All
and
right.
Conversations.
What's going on? What's going on? All
Cheers,
right.
cheers. I am so excited that you were able to join us as we talking in the back that it's been a little bit of time that we've been planning to have you on, and it's just befitting that you are now about to release your album project. So you gave us the opportunity to share that first and foremost, and I do appreciate that, sir.
Yes, and first off, and I appreciate you having me on your show. I appreciate this platform, like, you know what I mean, for real. And yes, I definitely got the album dropping March 5th
Yay!
on every streaming platform, iTunes, Spotify, Tidal, and Apple Music, Amazon, Google Play, TikTok,
Yes.
everywhere.
Everywhere, right?
Yep. It's called Pound BOF4.
And what was the inspiration for that? Because I'm glad you said the title, because that was definitely my first question.
Yeah. Those that have been following me know about BOF Part 1, and the BOF stands for Bars on Fire.
Okay.
And shout out to DJ Get It Right. He was the one that actually started that whole BOF movement, the whole Bars on Fire movement. And he was the one that actually put out Part 1. And then me and him put out Part 2.
Okay.
Like together. And then and then Part 2 did actually successful too. So me and him happened to do Part 3, you know what I'm saying?
That's it.
So, but we was just dropping those on datpiff.com, you know what I mean? So crazy shout to datpiff.com. They showed me like so much support, you know what I'm saying, for real. So, they supported me from Part 1 all the way up into 3. So we just decided to actually give them a real BOF, you know what I mean? All original beats, all original music, you know what I'm saying? Word, I mean, because and on the BOF 1, 2, and 3, sometimes we might catch a vibe on somebody else's beat.
Okay.
And you know what I'm trying to say, but BOF 4 is all original music. I mean, and I actually just now released the first single off it and all that, which is me featuring Freeway. And the name of the record is called They Already Mad. It's fire. You know what I'm trying to say? They already blasting off on Shade 45. So, you know what I mean? Crazy shout to Shade 45, you know what I mean?
Yes, with Freeway. That's dope. And that's on all platforms already?
No, and I'm dropping everything March 5th.
Okay. Yes, well, we're gonna be ready for that because that's gonna be dope. Now, I had the opportunity to hear Miss Jackson. Where was that?
Yeah, we actually shot that. Like, I just was just vibing to it. Like, I just always loved the beat. Mm-hmm. Like, you know what I'm trying to say? Like, I love what Outkast did to it. And I even like DJ Khaled's first single with that girl named, I think her name is SZA and all that. And she actually did something to it. And I love that joint.
Okay, so you just
all that. So, I mean, like, I just always wanted to catch a vibe to that beat. So I caught a vibe to that beat. But we actually shot that downtown LA.
Well, yeah, well, I could see that it was, you had the warehouse and you had the whole vibe going on and everybody was excited that you were putting it together. So I actually thought that was going to be your first, that was going to be part of your album or that was going to be your first release. So I was watching it. And then when you came with this, I was like, oh, I guess that wasn't it.
Yeah. Like the BOF4.
Yeah.
I mean, like I kept everything exclusive. I haven't released nothing.
Yeah.
Except for this me and Freeway joint that I actually just started giving out to the DJs. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, I can't wait to hear that. Now, in regards to people that you're working with, not just necessarily on this album, is there someone that you want to work with, on your next project or, as a single and something that you're going to collab with in the future?
I mean, far as working and stuff like that, like I'm pretty much like an open-minded artist. Like I'm always willing to work with anybody. And I mean, that's actually really out there putting in that work though. You know what I'm saying? But But I could definitely tell you who I'm a fan of. I'm a huge fan of Kendrick Lamar.
Yeah.
I'm a huge fan of J. Cole. And there's a few other people that I like too, you know what I'm saying? Um, and I like Joyner Lucas.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? You know, it's a few artists that I'll be out there listening to. You know what I mean?
So it's kind of the modern day conscious rapper, as it was like the Talib Kweli and those folks of the days that we were growing up. You like the
Yeah.
ones that have a little bit more thought conscious rap to what they're saying.
Yep. I like people that still move the pen. You know what I'm trying to say? And I'm not trying to take away from what the music is right now with the youngsters and stuff like that. Word, I'm saying, because I be liking some of that stuff too. But I just personally like people that really, really move their pen. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely. The, as we say, the originals. Well, I guess I'll say not we, but like Dougie Fresh, when he was on, he was just
Yep,
like, it was no option but to be original. There was no biting allowed. So,
for real.
yeah, I mean, they're all dope. Now, when you're working on your projects as it relates to your inspiration now, because obviously we've grown up and kind of moved on in our hip hop thoughts and such, was there anything that motivated you through you completing this album? You know, any kind of thing, like we've gone through COVID now, you know, was there anything that kind of pushed you to creating this album?
Like, to be honest, I'm kind of like self-motivated. Like, you know what I'm saying? You know, I'm still a fan of hip hop. Like, you know what I
Yeah.
mean? You know, like as if like when I first came into the game when I was 17, it's like I'm still a fan of hip hop. You know what I'm saying? You know,
So,
before I was even a rapper, I was writing for like 10 years and all that. You know what I'm saying? And because I started off real early. So, I mean, you know, I mean, like just watching, just having my TV on Revolt all day, that right there is inspiration. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you know, seeing, I mean, you know, following like a lot of other rappers and my peers and stuff like that on Instagram and watching them work and really put it in and actually enjoying what they love to do. That's inspiration right there. Like I
yeah.
find inspiration in anything.
Okay. So it's a true artistry,
Yeah.
definitely. So that, and you have the art in order to be able to just continue to be inspired by it. So as we've been moving through this pandemic, how have you been? Everything been good with you, or have you had some
Yep.
adjustments and things?
I've lost about like 3 or 4 family members behind COVID.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
Yeah, you know what I mean? You know, just lost my aunt 3 days ago,
Oh, I'm so
COVID, you know what I'm saying? So the COVID really hit our family hard, like, you know what I mean, you know. And I always, that's why I mean, like whenever I go live and stuff like that, like I always be trying to tell people, please wear your mask. Like, you know what I mean? It's serious out here, you know what I mean? I'm trying to say, like, I know it's a lot of, you know what I mean, you know, like they feel as though like a lot of celebs was getting paid to say little certain things. Now I ain't
no.
doing nothing.
And I don't think that that's the case. As we know it, as you just shared, people are losing their family members and loved ones.
Yeah,
It's
it's
not
real.
something that
It's
people are
real.
just saying. No, your family, East Coast or West Coast?
My family's on the East Coast.
Okay. And that's where you lost them on in
Yep.
okay.
Yep. Like I actually just moved out here to Cali in September 2019.
Okay.
So I was here like right before the COVID got crazy.
Right. Just before. I mean, because abroad had already started, like I think November, December on some of the videos and such. I've noticed people were wearing the mask. So
Mm-hmm.
yeah, I mean, it was just, of course, we know it just got to us kind of late, but well, the awareness of it got to us late. It was probably already here. But yeah.
Yeah. Because when I came here in September and all that, like it was a few, I mean, you know, like definitely like a few Asian people already wearing masks. You know what I'm trying to say? In 2019 September, they already had masks on, and I'm looking at them like, damn, what the fuck they got? Like,
What
you
do
know what I
you
mean?
all know?
But I mean, you know, like they
Yeah.
was actually ahead of us. You know what I'm trying
Yes,
to say?
absolutely.
Like, you know what I mean? So, you know what I mean? Like they actually looking at me like nigga, you know, you better go get that mask, bro.
Right.
Word, you know what I mean? So I ain't even, you know what I mean? It was
That's
crazy.
that's now. Are you going to be doing any acting? I know that you had taken that was part of your discography, biography, that kind of thing, that you were involved in a few movies. Do you plan to get involved in any movies going forward?
Yeah, well, I actually just shot a movie, me in Baltimore, Snoop, from The Wire and Love and Hip Hop and stuff like that. You know what I mean? That's my people's right there. Definitely shot her. But we actually just shot a movie in Las Vegas. Now, I mean, the promo's supposed to be starting, I guess, in May or something like that. So I'm not really allowed to speak on too much, but I'm definitely getting back into that. And
you got
that,
another exclusive.
Yeah,
Dragon exclusive.
I want to shoot about like two or three more movies, and then I'm gonna start searching for an agent and all that again. Word, you know what I'm saying? Because I never really had an agent and all that when I was doing that. You know what I mean? So that's why it came and then it went. Word, I mean, because I was actually just auditioning and just getting those parts. Word, you know what I'm saying? So now we're gonna do everything the right way. I'm actually gonna get an agent and all that. You know what I mean? After I shoot maybe like 2 more movies and try to do everything the right way this time.
That's interesting you say that, because I was wondering, from just your, popularity and such when things were really thriving, was that obviously your segue into the film? And very often creatively, I think that it's just genius to strategically place the artist in other aspects in case, so because you have that experience, it allows for you to further your career if in the event something else takes place. So it's definitely dope that you are still doing that. Now, any desire to actually direct any films, create and direct, or are you just more so just wanting to take on a role?
Yeah, I actually have 2 films that I have in my head that I actually written down and all that. Just like the synopsis of them. And I really feel as though they're going to be great, but I'm going to really wait until I really get my feet wet in the situation and really build my brand back again. Like, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, like me and my peoples, we definitely been sitting back and discussing these 2 films that we really want to shoot. You know what I mean? And like we really want to come out of pocket with it and do it the right way. We don't want no restrictions and stuff like that too. We just want to make sure it's dope. At least shoot like the first 20 minutes of it and all that, just to give it to them and just to show like what we capable of doing. Word, I'm saying. But I definitely got 2 movies in mind that I've been working on in my brain and stuff like that with me and my people and stuff. And I ain't gonna front. And I know it's definitely gonna be a shocker.
So is it relative to hip hop or is it something else?
I know you don't one of them is my story and all that, but it's really gonna really break everything like down from way before music. You find what I'm trying to say? So it's not just about music and all that, but it leads into that. It's gonna be real deep. You know what I mean? It's gonna start off from when I was 5 years old and stuff like that. You know what I mean? Then it's gonna show my whole background and how I was raised and let me know with my moms and stuff like that. You know what I mean? Now the second movie, I don't want to speak on that yet and all that because I still got to get some approval and all that. But that's definitely gonna be a shocker. You know what I mean? Because it's about one of my it's actually about one of my grandfathers. So you know what I mean? It's gonna be great.
Yeah. Right now, it's just a lot of that going on with Black history and, all of the things, all of the greats that we have, studied in the past and those that have contributed to all of the art. I think that it's been amazing to watch, like Billie Holiday's biopic and, some of the other ones that they have actually put out, and just even the movies that they've just kind of added storylines that we may or may not have even been aware of. So I think that it's amazing to be able to just tap back into, like you say, your grandfather. He still contributed to probably Black history in some way.
Yes.
So that's awesome that you're able to take what you have, the ability that you have now, and be able to kind of segue that into something that it will be, more of your legacy later on.
Yes.
Yeah, that's awesome. Now, with what you have going on, I mean, do you prefer the acting or the rapping, the hip hop? What do you like most?
Let me like, and I'm not gonna front. I could tell that I would definitely gain a real love and a passion for acting and stuff like that. Where you found trying to say, like right now, like I really love acting and all that, but I just have a passion for rapping though. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know, like doing music and stuff. Like I actually been writing since 1989. You found trying to say, and I was only like 9 years old. Like I got books, like you know what I mean. You know, like this rapping stuff has really been a passion of mine since I was little. You know what I'm saying? But you know, the acting thing is something that I always wanted to do. I used to always be acting out and all that when I was young and stuff like that. So, I mean, that's just something that I just always wanted to do.
Now, was the writing and your artistry, was that a form of therapy for you when you were younger? Did you feel that was what you were kind of doing, just releasing some of your stress in that way?
Yeah. Because I was going through a lot at that time. Like, you know what I mean? You know, just been taken away from my mom's and all that. My mom's is on drugs and stuff like that at that time and all that. Well, she's motherfucking super clean now.
Oh,
But
awesome.
I mean, you know, like she was on drugs at that time.
Yeah.
So my grandmoms took me in at that time, you know what I'm saying? And that's when I moved to the projects and stuff like that. And then you know, with me having to be in the house all the time and all that, because I got one of them real grandmas, like the first grandmas.
You had to be on in before the lights came on?
Yeah, man, for real. I had all that 12-1. No, I was in the house
No.
like 8 o'clock. You know what I'm trying to
Yes.
say? Like if she let me rock out to 9, I'll be like, oh, Steph, hold up. Is my grandma all right upstairs? Like, you know what I'm trying to say? So you know, with me having to do that at an early age, 8, 9, 10 years old, I mean, you know, her shit allowed me to pick up a pen and a paper, and I always was buying albums with my allowance that she gave me every week. So I was buying. I bought everybody album. Like I
Wait,
bought.
you got to tell me who did you buy? Who was the first? Do you remember?
Yo, listen, one of my first album is my favorite rapper in the whole world, um, which was Rakim and Eric B. Yeah, like my uncle kind of made me get that. Like that was like I mean, you know, like one of my first albums that I bought.
Okay.
And then after that, I just became addicted to buying albums.
The 33, or you got the single, the 45? I'm obsessed with the 45s.
The cassette tapes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So when it cut up, you needed one of these so you could spin it around just in case.
You know, I used to keep like 10 of these joints, you know, like I could stick it and fix that ribbon. Listen, I was dumb nice at fixing the ribbon.
Oh my gosh.
I don't care how taut the ribbon was.
Yes.
I get in there and fix that joint right until I get another one.
You pulling it out like this, like, wait, I cannot lose this. Oh my gosh. Those were the times. Really? That was it. So you had cassettes. So you were a little more fancy. All right, you can continue. So outside of Eric B and Rakim, which was super dope, who else did you have in your collection then early on?
Man, my music brand was so big. I was buying, like I always had a broad, like a real big broad of music and stuff like that too. So I'll go buy Rakim, then go buy Heavy D, then go buy Maxi Priest, right?
Okay.
Then come back.
Oh my gosh.
And I bought the Chubb Rock albums.
Yeah.
Part 1, Chubb Rock, and Part 2, the Chubster. Then go back, buy Shabba Ranks, then come back. But I was addicted. Like I'm really like a fan of this music, so I was just addicted to buying music. Like real. Yeah, like word
now, growing up in the Bronx, though, did you run into any of your favorite artists? I mean, I'm sure you had to have grown up with, or saw someone in that time.
Like me growing up, I always just looked up to Fat Joe and all that because I liked how he always, came and really represented the Bronx and really held it down. like, I mean, you know, like, I mean, you know, like me growing up. But you know, what introduced me to hip hop was KRS-One.
Okay.
And like once I heard his album and the Boogie Down production and stuff like that, that's when I just became obsessed with rap music. Like, you know
Nice.
what I'm saying? But yeah, word, you know what I'm saying?
That's so dope. I think that, I'm just gonna like take it slow for a second and just pull in all of that vibe because you just gave some gems. You really did in terms of the energy that you really got motivated from early on,
Yeah.
the artists that you enjoyed growing up. I mean, all just super dope. And even now, all
And
of
I
those
was a
folks.
big MC Hammer fan too.
But that was probably the performer, right? The
Yo,
performing.
listen, ain't nobody couldn't tell me nothing about MC Hammer when I was younger. Yo, I was a fan. I ain't gonna front that dance and all that stuff he was doing.
Yeah,
I'm
performing.
trying to say, like me being 8 or 9 years old. Listen, listen.
Yes.
Off rip.
Now, performing wise, did you happen to tour with anyone that, any of the ones that you really admired in the time that you were out performing early on?
Yeah, well, I actually went on tour with Jay-Z, like, you know what I mean? You know, and I always look up to Jay-Z. You know what I'm trying to say? So I was just amazed just to be around him. Or like, you know what I mean, like for the Hard Knock Life tour and stuff like that. But like before I became a rapper and stuff like that, and I'm gonna tell you a story too, right?
Tell us a story. We're here
like
for
this is
it.
a story that I'm pretty sure KRS-One don't even know, right? And I used to run with this dude named iGod.
Mm-hmm.
And he was like a road manager, or he just ran with KRS-One. And in 1996, I was 16, and he had brought me to a KRS-One show.
Okay.
And KRS-One was on stage. I'm not gonna front. He ripped it, like he was tearing it down. And then out of nowhere, he just started passing the mic to people that actually walked in with him.
Okay.
You know what I'm trying to say?
Mm-hmm.
And I'm on stage too, just sitting back, chill. I'm like this. Oh snap! Hold like, he passing the mic around and all that. But deep down, I'm hoping he passed the mic to me and all that. But and I didn't think he was gonna do it one on one because first of all, and I wasn't even supposed to even be in that club. You know what I'm trying to say? I was young. I was like 16 and all that stuff. But he still passed the mic to me. He passed the mic and I ripped it. The crowd was going crazy and all that. You know what I'm trying to say? Like KRS-One don't even know that he's like one of the first rappers to ever pass me the mic. He probably don't even remember that one because that was just a fly-by-night show for him. You found John like a regular night for him. But for me, that joint was monumental. Like I still be like, like I think about that feeling every time. Like, damn, like the crowd went crazy. So I was actually able to feel 2% of what he felt that night. You know what I'm saying?
And you were on 1,000.
Yeah, yeah.
That's awesome. Well, we will know that he will see it now at some point and know the story. And we'll say you've given him his flowers at this point. So that's awesome. Now, just kind of segueing into today's time, who would you get on stage with and pass the mic to if you were out on tour and some fellas were hanging out? Or even females. Let me not say fellas, because the females is killing it right now.
Yeah,
so.
like me myself, like I be around a lot of artists and stuff like that. That's how I stay sharp. Like, you know what I mean? So like me, like I would pass it now to any youngster I feel as though has the same hunger as me.
Okay.
Well, you know what I'm trying to say? Because that's why I feel as though KRS-One passed me that mic, because he looked me in my face before he did it. And he could and I could tell he seen I wanted it. You know what I'm saying?
The hunger was there.
Yeah, man, I ain't gonna front.
That was no, and you were there just to hang out, or were you there?
And I was just there with my homie.
Okay.
Well, you know what I'm trying to say? But I was already rapping already too for like 6-7 years already. So I knew I was nice. So I was just hoping he'd pass me that mic so I could show people. Like, you know what I mean? and he actually, no, and as a matter of fact, I think iGod told him to pass me the mic, I think.
Oh, okay.
You know what I'm trying to say? And he passed me the mic and I ripped it. And it was just the crowd motherfucking reaction to see a little kid up there ripping it with all these grown, you know what I'm trying to say? Because I ain't gonna, like, I was the only little nigga there. So, you know what I mean? Yeah. So, you know what I mean? You know, like that shit just felt real good to me. Like, you know what I mean? For real. And I will always remember that.
So after it, what happened? Did you go back and perform like on a weekly basis, or did that take you out on tour again? What was the after effects of it?
Well, after that happened, I mean, that's before I was signed and stuff like that too. So when I went to that club that night, I went back home to my grandma, and I got in trouble. What you trying to say? So I pretty much, well, not get kicked out, but I pretty much just had to pack my stuff up.
Oh no!
And then I pretty much been on the street ever since then, and all that shit too. So I went in with my homie and stuff like that. One of my, because I came in like the next day, and my grandma ain't play that. You know what I'm saying? Well,
you had to be in before the street lights, and you were sneaking to the club.
Yeah, but I was 16 at that time, so I'm looking at her like she crazy.
So you really was tripping that night. Like, I'm not going home.
Yeah, I was cool with it when I was 8 or 9, but I was 16 at that time. I'm like, oh, hold up, ma, you tripping? You found out? Like, I'm trying to get out the hood. You know what I mean? So that's what that was. But you know, to this day, I definitely love my grandma word, because if she didn't like lock me down like that, like I don't think I would have been. I mean, you know, like I would have even thought to even pick up a pen.
Is your grandmother still with us?
Yep.
Oh, awesome. So how does she feel about your career now?
She love it.
Okay.
She loved to see that I'm actually doing it again. And what really makes her proud is that she see me I mean, because she knows my passion for it. You feel what I'm trying to say? When I first picked up my pen, I used her radio. You feel what I'm trying to say? She know, like, like where this came from. So, I mean, you know, to see me still do it, due to all the circumstances and stuff like that I've been through just in the industry and stuff like that, she's like real proud of me.
That's awesome.
Well,
and it's
you know
great
that she could see that I actually took it upon myself and took control of my career. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
So she's loving it.
Is she in California with you?
Nah, she in the Bronx.
Oh, okay. She's still home.
Yep.
Yeah. That's dope. Yeah, I'm just excited about your new, your album, your single. It is amazing to hear all of the energy that you still have, and not to say your age. We're not that far in age, but we'll just say 20 years of energy. We'll leave it there, just in case anybody else can go back and Google it. It's okay.
Yeah, for real.
But 20 years of energy, and I think that it's something to lend to those that still aspire to be in the place that you're in, still to aspire to want to be, because, you know, it's a lot of children that want to be artists, not even just children, but there's a lot of artists out there that want to get into, you know, what you're doing, and not always understanding what it takes, because obviously that dedication, that perseverance, the originality, even the networking is necessary in order to be able to, you know, pivot and get to that point of where you can make a success out of it. Because, you know, that's what it's about in this day and time. And then, of course, having to go through COVID, we all had to shift, figure it out. And it gives us an opportunity to just kind of slow down for a minute, sit, connect with us like we're doing, the creatives, and just learn, hear some great stories, and give everyone their flowers as, you know, as necessary. And I think that it's dope that you have given the flowers to those that pioneered before you, and you too will be receiving your flowers. We're definitely here on Champagne and Conversations giving you the love, because we think that, you know, your energy, your creativity, all of that is definitely motivating to us. And we appreciate, you know, you sharing that and sharing all of the new project. That was definitely an exciting thing to see that you were.
Yes. And like I said, I mean, you know, like I really appreciate you having me on the show, man, for real.
Yes,
you know I mean?
It took a little while, but look, at any time, right? It took some time. Now, just one last thing before, you know, you go. Are you planning a tour once we open back up?
You know, like once we open back up, I mean, you know, regardless if I have a tour or not, I will be touring.
Okay.
Like I think I'm just gonna just travel
Just to
and
get
just
out, right?
travel and promote my music and just see everybody what I'm saying. 'Cause we've been going through this for a minute, you know what I mean? You know, that joint
A
pretty
year.
much took the whole last year, you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? You know, it's just been crazy, like, you know what I mean? And then with all the deaths that came behind that, it was just, I don't know, it's, you know what I mean? You know, shit just had us in a weird space. So once that space clear up, yes, I'm definitely gonna set up a tour or at least a promo tour or something like that. You know what I'm saying?
Um, where would you go first?
Where would I go first? I would definitely go to New York first.
Okay.
I would definitely go home
Go
first,
home.
tear it up. You find what I'm trying to say, and I mean, like I would probably, yeah, yeah, well, you find like I would definitely go burn up the East Coast
Yes,
first,
burn up
like,
the East
and
Coast.
back.
That's what you need to do. Inside, outside, venue. Where would you like to be?
And I would like to be both. I would like to do both.
Okay. You have the energy for those outside kind of, amphitheaters. So just
Yeah.
curious as to what you prefer and in the time in which you actually have now to plan that. So we'll see
Yeah,
what you
like
put
if it's
together.
outside, I prefer at night.
Okay.
Yep, yep,
So
yep.
you can go and put it together. And abroad, have you performed abroad? Do you like any places specifically there?
Huh? What you said? Say it again.
Abroad, anywhere specific that you like to go, like Germany or anywhere that you like
Oh,
to
right now, like since I never really went on a vacation and stuff
perform
like that.
abroad?
Oh, it's not. You know what? I think the internet is acting up. Hello, can you hear me?
I got it. You're
Oh,
here.
okay. Okay, yeah. And I mean, you know,
Okay, there
like
you are.
yeah, like since I never really been on a vacation, I would like to go to Bahamas or somewhere. You know what I mean? You know, just to relax or something like that. You know what I mean? You know, like I definitely feel as though like I need at least a week.
Okay. It kind of cut out. I'm not certain as to what happened, but
Oh,
okay.
okay.
So yes, you said you need about a week.
Yep, yep, yep. Like I definitely need about like a week.
Yeah.
Like a
Yeah.
week just to relax. Yeah.
That's dope. We definitely appreciate you sharing all of the great stories, releasing your music. Again, tell us where we can find your new single coming out and give us your social media so those that have not been following you can follow you and be able to get your single on the 5th of March.
Yeah, look, everybody can follow me on Instagram. My Instagram page is drag_on1. You found what I'm trying to say? My YouTube is Fireman Drag, all one word. You know what I mean? But March 5th, BOF4, the album dropping, first single, me and Freeway. But the album dropping March 5th, all streaming platforms. iTunes, Spotify, motherfucking Apple Music, Tidal, everywhere. You find Translation,
Everywhere.
Amazon, you know what I mean? And Google Play. Yeah, let's go. You know what I mean? So,
Let's go.
you know,
Yes.
that joint got about 17 tracks on there, all up and
Wow.
coming producers. Yeah, we didn't play,
Okay.
this is a real big
Yeah.
project. Yep, yep.
You put in the work with 17.
Yeah, 17 joints, all unreleased and still been dropping joints and all that. But that's 17 joints right there. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So,
Yes,
we're
I
not
love
playing
it.
with them. Oh,
Yes.
also, on, and I'm going to be doing a listening party on my Instagram March 5th, that day.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? And I mean, we booked out like my man's studio. It's a real big joint. It's real nice. Like the whole ambiance on it is real good. And we're gonna be on it. We're gonna do a live. We're gonna play the whole album. So we booked the spot. We're gonna be live for 3 hours. You know what I'm saying? So for those that's on this joint, join me on that joint. Friday, March 5th, we're definitely gonna be doing the listening party. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, clear it with IG so they don't cut you off in the midst.
Oh yeah. Yeah, like they try
So
to
now
cut
you
you off
be
like
on
when you play
Twitch or
other people's
YouTube.
music and stuff like that. Like they'll cut you off,
Yeah.
but they better not mess with it because it's all original music. I paid
Let
for
them
all
know
these
it's yours. That's it. The world is yours. Thank you so much, Dragon, ladies and gentlemen, for joining us on Champagne and Conversations. And we look
Yeah.
forward to many, many things, beautiful things in the future. Cheers to you,
Yes.
sir.
Yes, you're ready. All right.
Thank you.
No doubt. And I appreciate you having me on the show, man.